Hi guys, welcome back. I appreciate it's been a long time since my last video, but I have been a busy bee between work and second job and everything else. We got a new dog, who I'll show you here. So we've been trying to get her settled in as well. Why won't it give me the option to turn my screen around? So this is Mouse. Hello. And Pappy, you've seen, he's been here before. Hello, darling. So that's one of the very many reasons why I haven't had a chance to film that much recently, because we have been very busy trying to get them to get along and her to stop peeing in the kitchen. Would be nice. Just saying, love. It's not what I would choose to do every morning, if I'm totally honest. But anyhow, I'm not doing very much this evening. I am hopefully going to have a look at a car, and then just chilling out. It's Friday today, so we have friends over tomorrow, and hopefully not too much else. It's a quiet weekend would be nice. Done a lot of driving over the last few weeks, so it's nice to just not do anything for a change. Anyway, I'll get right into it. I am going to prime my skin, if I can find where I've put my blooming primer. Maybe not. Nope. No, I'm going to moisturise instead, because that's pretty much as good as priming. And it's July in Northern Ireland at the minute, though you wouldn't know it because it's tipping down right now. So my skin, apart from that which I just squeezed, which I know you're not supposed to do, but I do it anyway. So my skin is fairly good at the moment, actually. The sunshine helps. So the moisturiser I'm using is just the Superdrug Vitamin E Intense Moisture Cream. That's it there. I don't know whether if I'm seeing it backwards on the video, that means you guys are going to see it backwards on the playback. Too much technical things. But anyway, the foundation I am using at the moment is another new one, which is probably also why my skin has freaked out a little bit, because I've changed my foundation. Please say I have it in the makeup bag. I don't want to go upstairs again. No, I do. Here we are. So it is Revlon Colour Stay. For combination to oily skin, I would have quite oily skin. So it has a 15 SPF in it, and it's in the colour 250 Fresh Beige, which is quite a yellowy beige, but it's quite a warm colour for the summer because, well, I say for the summer I'll normally have water spray because I can't be arsed getting up and going into the kitchen to wet my sponge. But yeah, I say it's for summer because my skin's more tan in summer, and it is more tan in summer, but I wear fake tan as well, so. I'm just spraying water. I know this says moisture mist on it, it's just water. I've decanted the bottle and not put the other stuff back in yet, onto my makeup blending sponge. I don't think you can call them beauty blenders if they're not actual Technique beauty blenders. So makeup blending sponge. And these are about half the size when they're not wet. These are brilliant. This one was actually from New Look, and you got 2 in a pack, and the pack was like £6, so you got like them for £3 each. And I don't know what beauty blenders cost off the top of my head, but 2 for £6 isn't bad. So yes, New Look, well done. So I'm just sticking 2 pumps onto my sponge, and then I will dot them about my face. that's our foundation on, and now you look really unhealthy or like a robot or something because your skin is all one colour. How yellow do my teeth look? Anyway, so we are going for concealer. And I love the collection Lasting Perfection concealers. They are so thick and creamy, and they cost £2-3 quid. They are so cheap and so thick and good coverage for all the price of them. I have number 1 Fair, focus, come on, you just have to take my word for it. Number 1 Fair and number 3 Warm Medium for the summertime, because I find the Fair is very light and very stark. But because if I'm not got about 2 or 3 layers of tan on me, or if I've not been out in the sun a lot, the shade 3 is quite close to my foundation shade at the moment. I'm going to use both of them. I could just go and buy the 2, but that would be a waste of money because I've got 1 and 3, so I'll just mix them. So not too much of this because it is quite thick. Just a couple of wee dots on the forehead. I'm not going to do my nose. I don't like too much product on my nose because my nose tends to get greasy. And just to brighten up the under eye and where you'll highlight later on across your cheekbones. And use the sponge to blend that in, and I normally take it across my eyelids as well because it acts as a nice base for eyeshadow, which I have forgotten to bring downstairs. I'm winning today. Totally winning. I was in my dressing gown until 1:30 this afternoon because I was on the phone most of this morning sorting some things out, and it took that long. Suddenly it was after 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I was still in my dressing gown. Yeah. I don't recommend it, and I don't do it every weekend or every day. Anywho, moving on to contour. What I've been doing at the moment, because I wanted to try out the Revlon Instafix Photo Ready foundation sticks. What I did was, because there was an offer like 3 for 2, I got one that was about my foundation colour or slightly lighter, and then I got this one which is a lot darker. I think it's the darkest one I could find in Boots in Belfast, which is caramel, and I thought I could use the lighter one for either highlighting or doing my full foundation, and this one for contouring. So I'm just going to take 2 lines there, one around the perimeter of my forehead, the sides and the tip of my nose. Do I want to do my chin? Why not? And just a little V under my chin, so I'll do the double chin thing so you can actually see. Really attractive, Sarah. And what do I think of these? They're not that dear, and they seem to work quite well. They do feel quite thick and heavy, but then stick foundations tend to. It tends to be the way they turn out. I haven't used it properly yet on its own, but I think it would be the sort of thing that I would probably use for a night out, because it's thicker and heavy, or a special occasion or something like that. But they do seem to blend out quite nicely. They don't go patchy. The coverage from what I've seen so far isn't bad, and the darker one gives you a nice, actually quite subtle for a cream contour, but a nice subtle contour. And don't forget about the one under your chin, otherwise you will look like an absolute genius. Okay, so that's us. Quite a subtle contour, but we're going to go over it with powder anyway, so that's alright. If you can get a hold of a darker one, I'm quite fair as I say, so a slightly darker one would probably work slightly better if you wanted a bolder contour, but I'm going to go over it with bronzer anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much to me. I'm going to set my under eyes, and today, because it's not 7 o'clock in the morning, I don't have work to go to, I'm actually going to bake my under eyes. So this is actually talcum powder that I have decanted into an old bronzer compact. Talcum powder works just as well as any of the setting powders I've found. It's just as finely milled. It smells lovely. What else do you want? And you can get a massive tub of it for a lot less than you can get the likes of the Ben Nye banana powder and everything else. And if you're fairer, I find the banana powder that's in the banana shade actually darkens my under eye instead of brightening it. So it actually doesn't do the job for me because I'm fair. So talc, it's the way forward. And I am using Collection again, really underrated but really decent products. This stuff is really, really pigmented. You only need to use a little bit of it. So it's their Bronze Glow. This one is a shimmering, but the shimmer isn't that obvious. Normally you wouldn't use, like, unless you wanted to be really bronzed up and really shimmery, you would use a matte colour to contour, but break the rules now and again, come on. So I'm using, literally I've just pressed this into the pan once, and very lightly. You see, that is so light-handed, and yet, yeah. So you're just going to work this into your cream contour in little circular motions with your brush until it blends out. And I will give the Revlon sticks this and the really cheap bronzer this. They do go on top of each other quite well, and they do blend quite well without lifting each other, which can sometimes be what happens. I'm just putting that up my temple a wee bit. Again, other side. Don't crap yourself at this point. Just keep blending with a nice fluffy brush. This is like a medium sized fluffy brush because I'm quite small and therefore have quite a small face and small features, so unless I'm powdering my entire face, which I tend to only do if I'm going out and need it to last, or in the winter when I want a more matte look. Medium sized brush. Taking a little bit along our forehead, basically just wherever we put the contour colour, we're going to put a wee bit of bronzer. I don't actually like using a smaller brush for my nose because this is so pigmented. I feel like it's too strong then, so I just take a little bit and lightly brush the sides of my nose. I don't feel like I have a huge nose anyway, so I don't think I like to contour my nose because I like looking contoured and bronzed, but for me it's not a necessity. Imagine that, someone saying that they like their own features in this day and age. Well, tough. And again, under the chin where you put the contour colour. Although I've put very little under my chin because I didn't want too strong a colour. And there we go, look. Cheekbones! Okay, what do I want to do next? I think I want to do eyebrows next, because I'm quite fair, as you can see, and these are tinted, believe it or not. I'm gonna shuffle closer for this and get my little compact mirror out and try not to cover what I'm doing with the compact. Try. I am using, this is the Eyelure brow pomade. Bet you didn't know Eyelure did brow pomade, because neither did I, but I didn't want to pay 20 quid for the Anastasia dip brow stuff, so I found this in Superdrug. I think it was £5. Bit of skin flint me. This is in the shade Blonde, and it is quite sort of ashy and cool toned, which works brilliantly for me with, you know, just ignore the hairband mark. I was at the gym before I started doing this. And no, I did not wash my hair. and I don't care, because I'm going to get a nice luxurious bath tomorrow, Saturday night. Treat myself. Why the heck not? So, taking a little bit on a thin angled brush. This again was probably a couple of quid from Superdrug. You do not need expensive brushes for them to be good brushes. You just need to sort of pick your products carefully. Your products don't even need to be expensive. I'm not using horrifically expensive stuff. Yeah, see what works for you. Doesn't have to be expensive to work well. So I'm taking a small angled brush and a bit of product. The key is to use a little bit at a time. So I'm going to go under the front of my brow, and even that's probably a little bit too much product, but hey. In small strokes all the way, and just following the shape of my brow and extending it a little bit at the tail. And then taking down from the outside edge. Going along the top, but not the whole way in, unless you want really bold brows. I'm not going for really bold brows because I'm not actually doing much this evening. And then taking a little bit more product through the centre and to the outside edge of my brow. Now I'm not putting any more product on this brush, and I'm turning it vertically and just taking that through the front of my brow, because I like it sort of not paler, lighter on the inside and fluffier. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll go like that as well to give you sort of a fluffy edge, and then I like the line below it to be quite strong, and then the rest of, as you go through the brow, it kind of gets bolder. I'm going to do the same on the other side, and when I edit this I'd probably speed this bit up. Dog people problems, not knowing whether hairs on your face or on your clothes are your own or your dog's. Yeah, one of my brows always turns out thicker than the other. The left always turns out thicker than the right. I'm just going to take my brush with whatever's left on it along the top of this one and make it a bit thicker too, because thick brows are a thing right now. And just take some of the product out. Because my hair's so light at the minute with a grey wash through it, I don't like them being really, really dark. Probably would on a night out if I had dramatic eye makeup on, but that's not what's going to happen here because I forgot to bring down my eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to cheat. But first I think I'm going to brush away any excess powder under my eyes, because that's been baking for a good sort of 5 to 10 minutes now. And you see that's made that area nice and bright. Okay, smaller fluffy brush, and I'm going to take, I think, 2 highlights today. There's still one thicker than the, I give up today. Anyway, I'm going to take Jeffree Star. I'm not going to say the name because it's rude. Yeah, sorry mum. And I'm just loading my brush up with this because it's beautiful, and along my cheekbones and up your temple a bit, because you don't just want the glow to stop here. You might do, I don't know actually. I don't want the glow to stop there. I like it to go in a nice C shape. And the other side. Oh, pretty pretty. A wee bit down my nose, a wee bit on my forehead, Cupid's bow. I'm going to do a nice simple eye with a really bold purple lip. That is what I have decided. And that gets me out of having to run upstairs and get the eyeshadow palette and disturb my husband. Winning. So that was Jeffree Star highlighter, which I got off eBay for cheap. This is a technique which the lid has broken on, and it is Get Gorgeous highlighting powder, or poudre illuminatrice if you want to be really fancy. And this is quite a light white highlighter, which I could probably use in winter if I'm doing a cool toned look, but in the summer gold goes better. But this stuff has a kind of holographic side to it that is just so pretty. So I'm putting a little bit on the top and taking my finger and going across Cupid's bow and my nose. And try and put the broken lid back on that so it doesn't get wrecked. Okay, what now? I'm going to take a large fluffy eyeshadow brush. This one's angled, which helps me get into the crease because that tends to be how I do my eye makeup. I'm going to take my bronzer. Cheating. But if you are ever stuck and you need something on your eyes to make them not look teeny tiny on your face, bronzer is a good way for it. It's a nice transition shade. So I am going to go, so I've got the brush tilted that way and I'm just gently putting that into the crease. Little circular motions as well, just to blend it out. Generally my everyday makeup is this, a nude lip and mascara, and that's as good as it gets whenever you get up at 7:45 in the morning for me to be in work for 8. I am not getting up any earlier to do fancy makeup to sit at a desk all day. Too much effort. And after I have done this, what I then do is pick the stray bit of hair out of my eye that's annoying me, and I get my nice gold highlighter colour again. Take out my finger and just highlight my brow bone. And your tear duct. Makes your eyes look bigger and your brows more arched. Yeah, we're gonna go for a wing. I used to do wings every day and now I don't do them very often and I feel like I'm out of practice. Today, just for you, I am going to attempt a wing, and that's how long it's been since I've used this. There is a crust of dried eyeliner on it. It wasn't completely dry and now it's making a mess. Put it on the jeans. So this is a felt tip type liner from Bare Minerals called Lash Domination Ink Liner. And what I do is, I do it differently every time. Most of the time, I do the line across the top of my lids first, trying to keep it as close to my lashes as possible, because my lashes are blonde and see-through. So if you don't put a ton of mascara on, you can see the divide between liner and lashes, which is not cool. It will never be a trend, ever. And it is obligatory to either have a really stupid face on you when you're doing this, or to sit with your mouth open. I do probably both, mostly the latter. So once you have your line out to the edge of your eye, what you're then going to do is try and follow sort of the natural line created by your lower lashes, that kind of angle, and use the length of the felt tip liner to do your wing. And then if you want the baby wings, you can stop there. If you're like me and like a slightly bigger one, what you do is, I need more product to come to the end of the nib on this. I draw an extra little line out to meet it, and then you fill it in. Ah, this liner does my head in. Some days there's like too much on the end of the tip, and it's infuriating. You just end up with this big ball of eyeliner, and then it drips into your eye and stuff, and it's just not fun. Today it's doing the opposite. Not enough is coming out. And same again. Other side. Thicken her up to join in. Let's see what I think. Yep, those will do. They will suffice. I'm gonna do my mascara next, and I've found a really nice one. Like really nice. Like it makes your lashes look like false lashes. It's amazing. And it is the L'Oreal Paris. Is that upside down? No. False Lash Superstar Fibre. I don't use the fibre end on them because I find that the fibres then don't attach properly and they stick out and they annoy my eyes. I'm probably not doing it right, in all honesty, but that's what I do. I just use the number 1 end, which is just the mascara end. The number 2 end is the fibres, but the mascara itself is amazing, and the wand is quite small, so for anyone like me that has small eyes, this is ideal. And it just seems to catch every lash, and it makes them look so long and pretty. Another benefit of winged liner, if you're like me and always end up with mascara on your eyelid from doing your mascara and like pressing it in so you get all your lashes coated, with winged eyeliner it doesn't matter. It's probably another reason why I used to do it every day. Okay. There's. You see the difference that makes. Especially when you're like me and your eyelashes are see-through. I don't know what it is with my eyelashes, like from there out, they're lovely and long and pretty, and the inner corner just never really seems to behave the same way. Okay, and just a little bit on the bottom lashes. To balance out your wing. And this is the bit I always mess up, because my eyesight's better in my left eye. I look at everything mostly with my left eye, and then doing my left eye with makeup is just horrific, because then you know, if you're doing eyeshadow, you have to close your eye, you have to half close your eye, pull a stupid face again just to get it done properly. Anywho, right, that's that done. That's as exciting as it's getting today with eye makeup, because Sarah forgot to bring her products downstairs. Right, so I'm going to find a nice dark lip liner. Again, is from the collection, because they do nice little pencil lip liners like this, and I love them. They're the screw top ones. They're so nice and soft and creamy. They do eyebrow pencils that are just like that as well. They do these in amazing colours. Like I bought 3 of them. They're also started doing this Velvet Kiss stuff, which is actually fairly long wearing and pigmented. And they're like anywhere from a few quid to a £5 each as well, which is like nothing compared to other liquid lipsticks. Now, I wouldn't say this is marketed as a moisturising lip cream with a soft velvet matte finish. It doesn't say it's long wearing, but with the darker, brighter colours, they stay on your lips a little bit, so they do tend to stick there for a bit longer. But anyway, first we're going to line our lips, and I have the lip liner in number 5, Damson, because I like to wear kind of dark reds and browns as well, so this one will do for the purple too. Mouse is a real attention seeker, as you can see, whereas Pappy is quite easily pleased and a bit more independent. This is what I've got on my lap right now. Say hello. Oh. Say hello. Look. Hello. My name is Mouse, and I am an attention seeker. Aren't you? Aren't you? She doesn't like being lifted up completely and mobilises her whenever you lift her up, like Simba, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. Right, go on. Go over there and lie with him. Go on, good girl. So much time. Right, let's finish doing it. No, 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 no. I will love you and squeeze you until your head falls off whenever I'm done. And I think she's just seen herself in the camera. You have, haven't you? You've just seen yourself in the camera. You sad? You sad? She's a pretty girl. She's a pretty girl. Oh, thank you. Start barking at herself next. Right, this is, what colour is this? Blackberry. And it is a nice, soft, velvety lip cream. Does what it says on the tin. Am I done? I think I'm done. I don't think this stuff ever really dries down. So I think it's just as is, and you may carry that with you because you will need to top it up again whenever it starts wearing off. You just will. I quite like that, although I haven't done the lip liner terribly well. Just smudge it out, it'll be fine. Yeah, nice trick for getting it to not go onto your teeth, like I just did. Okay, when I go out later I'm going to have to remember to take that with me. Which probably won't. I'll probably just have to look like an Egypt. Egypt, for anyone that's not from Northern or Southern Ireland, is the Irish version of an idiot. But it just rolls off the tongue so much nicer and better when you say Egypt than idiot. Idiot. So I'm probably not going to do, what's that bit doing? I'm growing out my pixie cut at the moment too, which is killing me a little bit inside. But I'm probably not going to do much else today. That's probably it. With the dramatic lip, that's the height of it. Because I forgot to bring my shit downstairs. So, yeah. This is an everyday makeup look that has been fancied up a bit just simply with winged liner and a bright bold lip. While I'm here, the other nice colours I got, have I got them there? Yeah. I got this one, which is very pretty. It's called Mango. It's a nice orangey red. I love my orangey reds. Blue reds don't tend to do much for me, unfortunately. Blue reds and I don't really get on because they're too cool toned for my skin, even though I'm already pale. And I also got Caramel, which is that one. It's just nice. It's quite pinky actually. I normally like brown nudes, but that's quite a pinky nude. But they're all very nice and all very pretty, and you can get lip liners that will serve the purpose for 2 or 3 different lip colours and lipsticks, so they're really good that way. And the fact that they're so cheap to start with, I mean, it's just academic when it comes to it. I have overlined too far on this side, and that's what I mean about the colour staining. I don't know how to fix that. I do know how to fix it, but it's not. I'm just gonna have to go back and do that again. But yes, that is the finished look for today. I do have a really nice colourful set of eyeshadows that I want to do a video with. I want to do something really colourful and wacky and off the wall and probably more SFXy and costumey and Halloweeny than everyday or wearable, or even, you know, like a festival type thing. So I will work on that. I will try and do that this weekend, but I'm not promising anything because I know what I'm like. I was off on Wednesday and had like a full afternoon where I thought, wonderful, I'm going to do, you know, 1 or 2 videos that I really wanted to do for ages. And I went and got a phone upgrade and sat and played with my phone all afternoon, my nice new shiny phone, which I've actually filmed this on rather than my camera because I didn't want to run upstairs and get my SD card for my camera. Do you see a theme developing here? So yeah, that's me for this afternoon. It is bloody horrible outside, to be quite honest, so this was good timing because the rest of the day has been lovely. I am down here with my 2 sleeping, well, kind of sleeping pooches and a nice pretty face. So yeah, thank you guys for being patient. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and then you get notifications when I do bother my backside to put videos up, you know, once in a blue moon, but hopefully they're worth waiting for. So that's what I'm going to go with. Thanks guys, really appreciate it. See you again soon.